I was highly sceptical, because coming from a city background where if something's too good to be true it normally is, I was looking for the catch. But I looked at it up and down, inside out, every which way, and I just couldn't find anything wrong, and I suddenly thought, this is an incredible concept.
I spent 20 years in the textile industry as a director of various different companies. Had what they called a great job, and I really enjoyed my job, except that I had absolutely no time.
When we went along to have a look at the presentation, actually I only went along to make sure that Jeff wouldn't do it. Seeing the presentation, getting involved in business, got me thinking, maybe I don't want to be doing this forever. Maybe there is another way of earning a very good living and having time to enjoy things as well.
I originally started working in the city as a futures and options broker, which was great financially, but it was very long hours, very stressful, very competitive. So at the end of 7 years I decided to reduce my stress by setting up my own business, which promptly went bust 2 years later, and I lost everything. And that was a very low point for me, not just financially, but also in terms of self-confidence.
My life was my work. That was really all there was. And I reached that certain age and thought there's got to be more to life. I kept joining gyms, but I never got there. I never had time to go. That was the trouble. And there's just so many more things in life that I wanted to do.
I found running a business, a traditional business, that in the end I was working more and more hours to make the same money.
My background was in catering. I'm a qualified chef, and then I went on to do a job in telecoms, and then while I was in that I fell pregnant and I became a full-time mum. I wanted to earn money because I think I'm quite independent myself anyway, but I couldn't see any other way that I could earn money without someone else having to look after Beth.
When we joined the business we were living in rather manky rented accommodation out of necessity. That's what we had to do. And now we live in a beautiful country home with 4 acres of land, which is lovely. It's my home, and it's a dream home. I've educated my kids, and that was my goal. I wanted the children to go to top public schools, and that was my goal. And the day that I got the boys into those schools was one of the proudest days of my life.
I have about 3 months holiday every year. And over a month of which this year was paid for by Forever Living with spending money. I have 3 young children, so it means I can spend a lot of time with my kids, which most working fathers can't do. They perhaps can snatch a kiss with them first thing in the morning, and then they see them when they get home late at night. I feel blessed, if you really want to know. I feel as if my life could very slightly get better. But you couldn't really have a much better life than I'm living at the moment. I can, in myself, I feel much better. I have so much more confidence now. I feel so much more positive. I really feel I'm making a contribution.
It's not the money. It's the pride of standing back and saying, I have had a part to play in that person's security. I have had a part to play in building a team.
I wouldn't be where I am today unless people in my team were being successful.
Your group, your people, the people you work with become almost like an extended family.
I know that might sound a bit corny, but I'm helping people to develop their lives and to get what they want from life financially and lifestyle-wise. And I'm also helping people with these amazing products.
Here we'd found a company that was bringing together the 2 vital components, product and company, with a vision.
The people we're working with right now have also got a very, very good future, and yeah, we sleep very well at night now.
I think the most extraordinary thing about Forever Living is that you have someone or some people holding your hand every step of the way. When I first saw this business, I wasn't sure that I could do it. I believed the business worked because I could see other people. I'd met other people that had got a great life, so it obviously did work for some people, but would it work for me? And the biggest thing for me, once I'd seen the vision and I could see freedom flashing in front of my eyes, was the fact that somebody was going to hold my hand and help me achieve.
Now, 8 years on, the reason that I am excited now as I was then is because of the training and support structure that the company have in place, which I believe is second to none. Somebody can get involved in this business tomorrow and by the end of the week have an understanding of exactly what they need to do in order to be successful, and every step of the way they are supported either by the company, by people in their area, by the person who introduced them into the business.
Anybody can do it. It's an absolutely equal playing field. and it doesn't matter whether you start today or you started 5 years ago. There's enough reward for everyone in the pot.
After 4 years, we're living the dream that we set off and we saw other people doing when we first looked at it.
There's nothing special about me. The only difference between me and somebody looking at this business today for the very first time is time. In fact, I believe that people getting involved in our business today can achieve what we've achieved in half the time, because everything's in place now for someone to be successful.
8.5 years ago we'd lost everything, and today we live the life of our dreams.
It's changed my life completely. I'm a different person to the one I was when I started.
Never had such a good time in all my life.
I just love every minute of it because it has really changed my life.
The future and this company is absolutely awesome.